is share with you my top 10 spring nail colours for 2013. The sun has been shining, so hopefully this miserable weather that we've been having might finally be coming to an end, and we can start cracking out the spring nail colours and the spring clothes, and hopefully it's going to start getting a bit warmer. I've put them on a nail wheel. Obviously bear in mind that they might be different on camera, so go and check them out in any local stores that stock these brands, and I'm going to get cracked straight on. So the first one is this one, and this is a really nice sort of pastel-y pink colour, and this is Rose Libertine from the 62nd Rimmel line, and this is just a gorgeous pink sort of pastel colour, and I just think it's really, really nice. Obviously you tend to find there's a lot of pastels about in spring, and this one I think is a really nice pink pastel colour. The Rimmel polishes, I think they're about £3 or £4. I'll link sort of down below for any prices, because I'm terrible at remembering the prices, but this is a really nice one from the Rimmel range. The next one I've got is this one, and this is Berry Ice Cream from Barry M, and here it is on the nail wheel. It's just a really nice sort of, stroking the wrong one, really nice pale lilac colour. It reminds me a little bit of Lilacism by Essie. Obviously I haven't got Lilacism to compare it to, but it is a very, very pale lilac when you compare it with this one that I've got on at the minute, which is Splash of Grenadine by Essie, and obviously this one is quite lilac, whereas this one you can see next to it is sort of really, really light, but again I think it's really, really nice for spring. The next one is quite a bright colour, but still very, very springy, and it's this one, nope, that one, and this is from the Barry Jolly collection, and it is the Greenberry polish. Now I've heard good things about this. Again, this reminds me of another Essie polish. It reminds me a little bit, not a lot in the colour, but sort of, it reminds me of the mint candy apple. Now obviously this one is a lot brighter than this one, but I don't know, it just reminds me of the sort of, it's got the same sort of undertones to it. I think it's a sort of similar shade. This one's just a very brighter one, and these jelly polishes are absolutely fab. They are slightly dearer than the normal Barry M polishes, but they are well worth it. You don't really need a top coat, although I always put one on anyway, and I just think they've got really, really good wear, and they come in some really nice spring colours, so definitely worth going and checking them out. The next one is I've confused myself now. This one, I've got my nail wheel upside down, is this one, this orangey one, and I don't know if you can see very well, but it has got a bit of a shimmery sort of undertone to it, and this is what you called Mojo by number 7. Let me just see if I can get, you can sort of see the shimmer there. These I think are about £7. So obviously they're not the cheapest of nail polishes on the market when you consider the Essie ones are £7.99, but they're great for picking up when the number 7 vouchers, well, I say when you've got the number 7 vouchers, they've slightly changed the number 7 vouchers now. I think the last time they did them, I think it was £3 off makeup, and £5 off skincare, so you didn't get these for £2, but when they used to have just the regular £5 vouchers, you used to be able to pick the number 7 polishes up for £2. And this is a really nice sort of springy colour with sort of, like I say, a bit of shimmer. If you don't want to go the whole hog with the glitter, this is a nice alternative to pick a polish that's got a bit of shimmer in it. The next one is this one, and this is like a really bright pale blue colour, and it's this. And again, it's a number 7 one. Now it's called Turquoise, but it's really blue. It's not turquoisey at all. I would say that was more of a turquoise colour than this is. And obviously you can compare the colours there. This one's far more blue, but again, it's a really, really nice shade. I know some people like to wear blue on the fingers in spring. I've used this a lot to do the cherry blossom nail art that I'll link the blog post on down below that I did. I've also done daisies with it as well. I haven't blogged about that, but I have done sort of daisies and flowers using this, and it does look really, really good. It makes a nice sort of base coat to put bright pink or purple flowers on top of. And again, it's just a really, really nice shade. They're about £3 the regular berry end polishes are. The next one seems to be a bit of a trend for sort of spring, summer 2013, and that is neons, and this is the first one that I've got right here. Now this is actually not a new polish. This is from the Hedkandi collection by Model Zone, and this is Hedonist. That's how you say it. And it's a really, really bright, that's the bit at the bottom I'm looking for, coral pink, pinky reddy orangey colour, but it reminds me of really bright coral, and I just think it's a really nice shade for spring. There tends to be a lot of corals and stuff about at the minute. There seems like there is a lot of sort of corals and reds and things about, so that one's a really nice if you want to get into the neon side of sort of spring. The next one is this one. It's just a pale sort of more pinky pink rather than a corally pink, and this is this one. Now I don't know if this has got a name. Oh, it has. This is Pink Grapefruit by number 17, and this is more of a pinky pink rather than a more of a corally pink. I'm not sure how much these are because I think I had this in a gift set that came free, so I'm not entirely sure they actually do this polish on its own. I'm sure they probably do, but again, it's a really nice shade for spring. Next one is another of the jelly polishes by Barry M, and this is the shade Papaya, and this is this one. And here's the bottle. This is what it looks like in the bottle. Again, this one reminds me of another Essie polish. This reminds me a little bit of Tarte Deco by Essie. You can see they're very, very similar in the colours. I've not actually worn this one yet, or this one in fact, but they do sort of look similar in the bottle. This one's slightly more orange than the Tarte Deco, but you know, there's a lot of sort of oranges and corals about this year, so if you want to embrace that trend, then get yourself one of these Barry M polishes. As I've said, this is the shade Papaya. The next one is a brand that I tend to sort of champion in these videos because I do love her polishes rather a lot, and this is this one, this pink one here, and this is Cupcake Frosting by Jessies Girl, and it is by Julie G, who is a fellow YouTuber, and it is this one. This is sort of bordering on your brighter pinks for spring, and like I say, I really, really like Julie's nail polishes. They're not available in the UK easily. You can't get a whole colour range. I think they probably do delivery to the UK. I don't know how much it would be for the international shipping or anything. I've not really looked at it, but I did find a website that sells some of Julie's polishes, so I'll link that down below. It's called Cosmetics Fairy, which is where I had these from, and they are only 69p on that website. I think there's about 6 or 7 different colours on there, so you know, go and check them out. But I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for these when I go to Florida, to see if they stock them anywhere, because she's got some really, really good polishes. I'll link Julie's channel down below as well, because you know, she's got a really, really good channel as well, and she does post a lot of nail art tutorials and things using her own polishes, and she's got some really nice colours, so I'll link that down below. But that's another firm favourite. And lastly, again on the neon side of it, if you want to get a bit wild, is this one. and it is a really, really bright orangey with a bit of a yellow undertone. And again, it's from the Model's Own Hedkandi range, and this is Beach Party. And it's just a really nice orangey sort of neon colour. Now I know Model's Own have brought out a neon matte range for spring 2013 that recently came out, but I've not tried any of them yet. I really like the purple one that they've brought out, but I'm trying to be good and not buy any more nail polish, so I've not indulged in that yet. But they've got some really nice colours. They've got, I think there's a bright green, a pink, a yellow, and a purple. I'm not sure about the other colours, but I mean, this one is a good alternative. They've got this one and this one. I'm not sure if there was any other neon-y shades in the Hedkandi range, but I really like the Hedkandi range from last year, so it's worth going and checking out sort of last year's ranges and seeing what other colours sort of fit into this year's sort of spectrum as well. And that's it. That's my top colours for spring 2013. There's a lot of sort of pastels again and a bit mix of neon. Obviously, you know, you can experiment with them as well and perhaps mix them up and use some of the colours together. So that's always worth thinking about. I might do a blog post or something about that, perhaps with a bit of nail art, and then if I can find the right angle for my camera I might post on here as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.